Supposedly Einstein said, "My pencil and I are smarter than I," and that's very true in language learning. I'm making this video for a person in a recent comment on a video saying, okay, I'm learning Dutch. This video is also for anyone who's just beginning to learn any language. It could be Dutch, it could be Vietnamese, you get the idea. Part of the comment was a question, well, what about this app or that app? You know the apps. Is that a good idea? I wouldn't waste my time. Keep in mind the 3 levels of language learning that this system, this method talks about. Level 1 is figuring out how the language works, and that's kind of like a logic puzzle. Level 2 is practicing the back and forth of questions and answers, ideally with the help of a Dutch speaker. And level 3 is using the language in real life, which involves getting over the shyness of speaking with people. This video is going to deal only with level 1, the patterns of the language. So I use ChatGPT to generate 8 statements that I chose myself. It's, I'm a teacher. I'm a language teacher. I live in Chicago. I speak a little Dutch, and so on. You should do the same thing in whatever language you're learning. Come up with a handful of short, simple statements, ideally true statements about yourself. Tell me where you live. Tell me your favorite food. What did you have for breakfast? Whatever statement is fine. Now, I've separated verb and vocabulary. So my verb starting point is ik ben. Now, again, I wish I had a Dutch speaker with me right now and they could, help my pronunciation. So I don't hold my pronunciation against me. I'm just working on the patterns of the language. Ik ben leraar. I don't know if the pronunciation. Let's say ik ben leraar. Okay, I can fix that later. Okay, so that's a true statement. I'm a teacher. Ik ben leraar. Okay, now you're a lawyer. You're a doctor, you're a dentist, so just switch out your vocab. Vocabulary is a variable. Ik ben leraar, okay? En taaleraar, language teacher. Ik ben en or een, don't know. Ik ben, let's say, en taaleraar, okay? Ik woon in Chicago. You live in New Hampshire, though, so you're going to say ik woon in New Hampshire or Japan. You get the idea. Okay? Ik spreek een beetje. Ik spreek een beetje Nederlands. Okay, I speak a little. I'm learning. Ik leer Nederlands. Ik wil leren. Right? I want to learn. And this gives us a clue. We see that leren ends in N. I'm guessing that infinitive verbs, in other words, I want to learn or I want to go. Those verbs probably all end in N. I don't know if that's true. We could test that, but that's an assumption that we can begin to put on the table. Ik wil oefenen, as I want to practice, and look at that, to practice ends in N. So that's another confirmation of the assumption. And then finally, I want Dutch with you to practice. Very important clue. Oh, the infinitive verb gets bumped to the end. So, ik wil Nederlands met jou oefenen. So on this first sheet, I've created statements, and you could just keep going. You could go all the way down the list and tell me every possible true statement. The sun is shining. Today is October 4th, right? Not August. October, okay? Any possible, I'm using a camera. Any possible true, I got a glass of water over here. Any true statement is fine, because it's giving us clues about the structure of the language. Now on the second page, I had ChatGPT generate the same statements in the form of a yes-no question, and I kept the verb vocab. So the pattern here is the verb be, ye is you, so are you, ben ye? And look, the ben is the same, so this is an easy language. This has just shown you this is an easy language. It doesn't need even conjugation, at least so far. So ben ye leraar is my question for you. Actually, make that your question to me. Say, hey, Tony, ben je leraar? And I'm going to say, yeah. I looked it up. Ja is yes, okay? Trust me. Ben je leraar? And I'm going to say, yeah, ik ben leraar. Are you a language teacher? Ben je een taalleraar? Ja, ik ben een taalleraar, okay? If I had my teacher here or my Dutch-speaking neighbor, I'd have them ask me the question. And I would already be working on level 2, which is the back and forth practice like a tennis game or ping pong game of questions and answers. That's the game. Do you get that game on an app? No, you just try to memorize the language. We're not here to memorize the language. We're here to use the language in conversation. All right, live you in Chicago? Woon ye in Chicago? I'm going to say, yeah, ik woon in Chicago. If I ask you, woon ye in, Rhode Island? You have to go, yeah. Ik woon in Rhode Island. You get the idea. Spreek je in beetje Netherlands? Yeah, ik spreek in beetje Netherlands. Okay, I know my pronunciation isn't probably right, but this is my first time ever speaking Dutch, and I'm speaking Dutch now. This is 5 minutes. Are you learning Dutch? Leer je Nederlands? I also just found out from this that there isn't a difference between I learn and I'm learning. A lot of languages are like that. English is somewhat unique in the sense that we have I learn in general. I study this language versus I'm studying this language right now. It looks like Nederlands is just, it uses the simple present for continuous as well. So that makes this language easy too. All right, leer je Nederlands? And I say, yeah, ik leer Nederlands, okay? And do you want to Netherlands learn? I forgot to highlight leren because that's part of the verb. Wil je Nederlands leren? I'm going to say, ja, ik wil leren. Ik wil leren Nederlands. By the way, these are statements that I'm likely to say to a person. So if I met a Dutch speaker, I would tell them, yeah, I speak a little Dutch. I'm learning Dutch. I want to practice. Ik wil oefenen. Do you want to practice? Wil je Nederlands oefenen? Do you want you Dutch with me practice? Nice word order. Wil je Nederlands met me oefenen? And they're going to say, of course, yeah. Ik wil Nederlands met jou oefenen. And I'm going to say, thank you. I have to figure out how to say danka or something like that, okay? So I can use these patterns, these statements, these questions and answers to generate real conversation with a person. If I have that Dutch neighbor, go knock on the door and be, hey, you want to practice Dutch with me? Wil je Nederlands met me oefenen? And I say, of course, come on, get some coffee with me and we're going to Ik wil Nederlands met jou oefenen. Of course, yeah. Would you get this experience on that app? No, you would just be filling in the blanks and trying to get your 1,000-day streak. And at the end of the day, you wouldn't be having coffee with the neighbor. You'd be on the app. On page 3, just for good measure, I took out the statement and left myself just with the yes-no question column. And let's see if I can handle it. So you could print this out or turn the computer around to the teacher and say, okay, ask me a question. And if they say, ben je leraar? I'm going to say, ja, ik ben leraar. Okay, I got to do this from memory now. Ben je een taalleraar? I'm going to say, ik ben taalleraar. Ik ben een taalleraar. I should grab a notebook and practice writing my answer. That'll make it stick. Woon je in Chicago? Ja, ik woon in Chicago. Spreek je een beetje Nederlands? I say, ja, ik spreek een beetje Nederlands. My answer is in the question. That's part of the judo style, okay? I use the question to form my answer. You're giving me the answer. I just have to know how to switch it. Ik ben, ik spreek, okay? Leer je Nederlands? Ja, ik leer Nederlands. Wil je Nederlands leren? Of course, yeah. Ik leer, ik wil. I don't know how to, wil, whatever it is. Ik wil Nederlands leren. Wil je Nederlands oefenen? Ja. Wil je Nederlands met me oefenen? Ja. Ik wil Nederlands met jou oefenen. All right? Let me grab my notebook and start writing that. Supposedly Einstein said, my pencil and I are smarter than I, and that's very true in language learning. It's so easy to figure out the patterns of a language that it's almost anticlimactic. It's like, okay, what do I do now? It's like my dad always said, like when a dog chases a car, what would it do if it caught it? Like, what if you could learn Dutch in 10 minutes, like I'm doing right now? You'd go, okay, well, it feels kind of empty. I got it. What do I do now? You move to level 2, which is practicing the back and forth game. You have your teacher quiz you, throwing questions at you, and you have to defend yourself against the question. But it's still kind of empty because so you move to level 3. Level 3 is you get on an app and find the Dutch speakers. I like HelloTalk. I'm not sponsored by them. I genuinely like HelloTalk. Start sending out voice messages. Hi, good morning. Do you want to practice Dutch with me? You'll get a voice recording back. And they'll say, yeah, you know, hopefully. So I hope this puts things in perspective. You're not here to study Dutch for 20 years. Take 20 minutes to put together a small back and forth routine and then go out into the world. That's the point of this method. It's anti-language. It's post-language learning. It's post all of those things that keep people just on a hamster wheel of like, oh, I got the Candy Crush point, you know what I mean? Like meaningless stuff. Just figure out the patterns and communicate.